please welcome Supreme Torchbearer of Indian Accounting Profession, C.A. Subodh Agrawal, the President of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, for his keynote address.
Good morning, friends. Sanjay Gupta, the young and dynamic chairman of Bahrain chapter, led by his very efficient managing committee members, my past president of ICI, Amarjit Chopra, my guru, vice president of ICI, my very good friend, who has many commonalities among us. Only one commonalities I will share with you. He joined past CA 1 year after me and became vice president 1 year after me. K. Raghu, Jamal Fakhru, member of the Surah Council, probably deputy chairman of the Surah Council. Abbas Ali Radhi, chairman of Accountant Association of Bahrain, under which Bahrain chapter of ICI has been affiliated and getting all kind of good support and all kind of best support that is available. Pramod Sharma ji, the second secretary to our embassy, Bahrain Embassy, Indian Embassy of Bahrain in Bahrain, the chairperson of our other flag bearers out of 22 chapters across globe and 8 or 9 chapters in Middle East, the ever smiling chairman and chairperson sitting here, both of whom were in Calcutta also last week. The managing committee members, the members from across this region who are kind enough to travel on this very good Friday, not Good Friday, but very good Friday, and making your Friday morning, I'm sure at the end of the day you will find that it's extremely good day for all of us. Friends, this is my first visit to Bahrain, so I would like to extend warm greetings as well as warm welcome to all of you. Sorry I missed to welcome and refer Mr. Malia, who is a great leader and speaker for our program and other learned speakers present here. Global economic crossroads, hopes and challenges. My learned previous speakers has delved on the issue. I'll come on the issue later on. Before that, I would like to talk about the profession and the Bahrain chapter. Bahrain chapter, though, formed a long back, but it really came up in last 15 years when the activity of the chapter has been well appreciated by each and everybody in our country and across the globe among all the chapters. And this year, being my first visit, I'm really delighted. Last week, or probably 10 days back, I was in Abu Dhabi. Before that, April, I was in Dubai. Then I had opportunity to go to Singapore, Australia, and other chapters also. I missed Oman chapter, Muscat this year, due to other preoccupations. I won't rate this one of the best, or I won't rate this one of the worst, but it is equally competing among all the programs that I have attended in last 7 or 8 months. My compliment to Bahrain chapter, though the strength is in compared to other chapters, it's not that strong, but still the ambience, the quality of the audience, the timing, the topics, the speakers that has been selected, I think it is one among the best that has come up. Bahrain, if I talk about, again it has many commonalities with India. It shares many common things. Like any other Middle East places, we find that more than 33% of the population is Indian population. We find that we share common Independence Day, 15th of August 1971, that India it is 15th August 1947. And commonalities in the sense that our previous speakers has equally applauded the professionals, particularly the finance professionals in the development and growth of the Bahrain. And I salute my members in this region who started with Morning Bahrain. And if you look at their website, you will find that development and growth of Bahrain is the first priority and the prime focus. And that should be their first focus. If you are earning your bread and butter in any other part of the world, your first patriotism should go to that particular country, and then next it should go to your own country, that is India. And that, when I was going through their website, I find that yes, it is in the preamble itself written, the growth and development of the Bahrain. Bahrain is one of the unique country. I find that though it is bigger than Singapore to some extent, in the square kilometer, where Singapore just fall 1 kilometer below 700 square kilometer mile, Bahrain 770 kilometer, 766 kilometer. But if I looked at just browsing through the data, Bahrain, it has set its vision document of 2030, whereby the roadmap is for making Bahrain more sustainable, competitive, and fair economy, whereby doubling the household income, where at present, in dollar terms, the purchasing power is $22,000. So probably making it $45,000 to $50,000, and trying to near to the Abu Dhabi or near to the Kuwait economy, where the purchasing power parity is there. The GDP, which is again at par or competing with the developed country, not the developing country like India, 1.8 to 2%. But yes, the unemployment a little bit alarming at 15% of the maybe local population. But inflation, if I look at, it's fantastic minus. It is in minus 0.04%, which shows that if the inflation is under control, the scope for growth is better, particularly when the Indian Chartered Accountant finance professionals are working hard for the growth and development of the economy of the Bahrain. I'm sure it will not be far away when you will find that the growth will be more than 3 to 4% in days to come. And maybe in a decade, you will find it may touch double digit. Friends, Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants is the valued trustee of financial discipline in our country and across the globe. As said by my Vice President, we are a strong family of 230,000 members across globe, not only in India. Other than in India, we have 20,000 strong members present, and 22 chapters. If you look at the spread of the 22 chapters, it is in almost all strata of the globe, developing, emerging countries. And if you look at the branches in our country, 138 branches, it is in every nook and corner of the country. That means the spread of the professionals, that means the service of the profession, chartered accountant professionals are available each and every places in the world. In a jokingly manner, I always say, there is a Hindi saying, Hindi poetry, jahan na pahunche rabi, wahan pahunche kabhi. That means, wherever the rays of the sun cannot reach, the poet can reach. But today, by this data, you can make out that wherever the sun cannot reach, the Indian Chartered Accountant has reached and proved its value to the fraternity wherever it has gone. Again, same thing, there is an advertisement in Indian media Wherever you see color, think of Johnson and Nicholson. I'm not propagating Johnson and Nicholson, but it's an advertisement. I'm sure all of you will agree with me, not as a president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, but as a chartered accountant of Indian Chartered Accountant, that we can safely say, wherever you see finance, think of finance, just think of Indian Chartered Accountant. That way we have come up, and through this 22 gateway foreign chapters, we are trying to establish our Indian brand, Indian CA brand globally. For that we have entered into various MOU, MRH with various accounting bodies, like we have, many of us, you may be knowing, we have entered into MOU with ICAEW, we have entered into MOU with CPA Australia and CA Australia, CA New Zealand, Ireland, and various accounting bodies of the Middle East, including Abu Dhabi, SCT, Higher College of Technology, SCT, and CERT, where the larger accounting bodies are there, we are entering into MRA, Mutual Recognition Agreement, whereby our member can, by appearing into 2 or 3 papers, can qualify for their degree and they can become member there, and then safely can move to that particular country for their further career growth. And in case of the smaller countries, we are collaborating with those accounting bodies and trying to provide our helping hand to those organizations. In that perspective, we have also entered into agreement with Bhutan in our last international conference, which was in Calcutta on 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We entered into agreement to provide our technical support to Bhutan, and we have also entered into agreement with Nepal, and we are in the process of entering into Myanmar and Vietnam. Friends, the Indian accounting profession has conversed with the best international practices. If we talk about the accounting standard, we have conversed with International Financial Reporting Standard. From issue side, during the tenure of our past president, Amarjit Chopra ji, we conversed with all the IFRS, gave it to the government of India. Now the ball is in the court of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Now they have taken up with the passing of the new Company Act. I'm sure the IFRS, the Indian version of the IFRS, Ind AS, may be taken up very soon, and it will see the light of the day. Not only accounting standard, in AAS, auditing standard, we have conversed with the international best practices, and we are at par with the international auditing standard. In case of the ethical standard, we have conversed with IFAC, Code of Ethics 2009, and we are in the process of converging with the newer amendment or changes that has been brought by the IFAC. They will think that it is some joke or they have not heard the right figures. Yes, it is the right figure, 1.2 million. And every year, around 150,000 students, young students are joining our courses. If you look at the quality of the students, you will find that the best of the students, those scoring more than 98% marks in their 12th examination, are also joining CA course. This is one of the most lucrative finance professional course our country has got. And since most of you are Indian Chartered Accountant, you will agree that probably this is one of the course which is the most economical course. If I talk about your Bahrain currency, by paying around 250 local currency, you can qualify. By paying for 3 years fee, 250 local currency, you can qualify. Probably if you pass all the exams, you can qualify and get the degree of the Indian Chartered Accountancy. That kind of economical course we have got. And the result has been that even the son and daughter of rickshaw puller has qualified our course, and they have even topped. 1.5 years back, the daughter of Ruksa Pular of Bombay got the first rank in our CA examination course. If we talk about the gender equality, probably we are coming very fast. Indian parliamentarians are fighting for the reservation of the gender in the parliament. They are fighting for 1/3 of the reservation. If you look at our data, in CA profession, 20% members are female members, which used to be around 5% some 15 to 20 years back. And if you talk about the students, more than 1/3 students are female students. That is the kind of attraction our profession has got. And females are, if you look at the result of last 3-4 years, females are doing better than what the males are doing. I mean, kudos to females. Friends, now coming to the points raised by our esteemed speakers. Mr. Jamal, yes, I fully agree, we fully agree. We have to stand to the quality. And our brand, particularly in case of the India, in last 64 years, if we have come up with the new benchmark, it is only because of the quality. Our forefathers worked hard, set up new benchmarks, and if anywhere, anytime we compromise with the quality, we will be nowhere. Indian brand will be nowhere, foreign brand will be nowhere. Brand has to be there. It cannot be treated as a commodity. It has to be as a professionals, and we have to come up as a professionals. Now talking about the crossroad, either the profession or the economy. Yes, the economy is a crossroad. India has come up out of that crossroad after 2008. 2008, which was a Great Depression after 1928 or 29. India was probably one of the fastest emerging countries which come out of the crossroad in the year 2010, and we saw the economic growth bounce back, the GDP, the fiscal deficit came down, the CAD was under control, whereas the entire globe was still reeling under depression. Talking about the profession, challenges has always been with the profession. Where the challenges comes, in my view, challenges come only where if you grow. If you sit idle, if there is no growth, challenges will not be there. If challenges has been there with the profession, if the accounting profession has again come to the crossroad, that means we are growing. He has given reference of the Indian regulation. Yes, in India, the Company Act 2013 has been passed. Some of the oversight body has been set. The rules framing is under, still it is going on. We have given our comments from Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. But tell me, why we should be scared of? If in one hand we are talking about the quality, then on the other hand, why we are scared of the oversight body? Be it politicians, be it anybody else. With the change of the time, we need to change and set new benchmarks. Gone are the days, 60 years back, when there was no accounting standard. When I qualified in 1989, there were only two accounting standards mandatory at that time. And we used to think, oh, accounting standard we have to follow, accounting policy and inventory. But when I qualified and when it started practice, there were 29 accounting standards. Does that mean the profession is at crossroad? Definitely not. Whatever changes comes in, that comes in for the good. Yes, till it is legislated, we fought, we give our representations. Today, since rules are in offing, we are still giving our representation, and probably on 3rd, we are going to meet the secretary, the deputy secretary, the joint secretary, and probably on the 5th with the ministers. Our apprehensions, our concerns, we are going to put. But if it is legislated, we'll ensure that our members get updated, their capacity is built, and that is the reason probably what the chairman of the accountant Association of Bahrain was talking about the CPE, continuing professional education. And that is the reason that if you call yourself a professional, you need to update yourself on a regular basis because the way changes are coming in. Somebody has rightly said, the most illiterate person of this era is not the one who does not know how to read and write, but the one who does not learn, unlearn, and relearn. Today, if you have not read the newspaper or your course curriculum for 1 month, I'm sure you will feel that you are outdated. We need to update on a regular basis. This kind of challenges, in India, you will find that today everything is changing. The Direct Tax Act, it is in the offing. Indirect Tax Act, it is in the offing. GST. Accounting standard, it is in the offing. Auditing standard, it is in the offing. Company law, it is changed. Some change and some is in the offing. Then why should not we change? Why should not our mindset change? Why should not the environment change? 10 years back, I was told that in this venue, first time, this is a great venue, we are having the program for the first time. This is for change. You accepted the change. You could have the very good support of your sponsor, and that's why you thought of this change and brought this change. Friends, we should have welcomed the change. Now coming to the economy. Economy, we know that it's a cycle. This time we find that the cycle took a long turn. Maybe instead of roaming around Singapore, it roamed around Bahrain. So 70, 80 square kilometer more than what it was required. We find that economy comes up in every 3 or 4 years. But yes, it has a very adverse impact on the corporates. If I talk about India, the depreciation, huge depreciation in the value of the rupee, more than 25 to 30%, that also within a span of 9 months to 1 year, has really impacted the financial statement of the corporates. Because we all agree that most of the corporates has a huge foreign currency exposure. And the huge foreign currency exposure is there. It's very difficult to take impact in 1 year. The current account deficit, but we know that the government of India, it has taken very much too many fiscal measures, and the impact is slowly and gradually is coming in. The GDP growth, the fiscal deficit, which are competing with each other at around 5%. And many foreign pundits that we call foreign credit rating agencies were predicting the growth rate below 5%. Today, safely, if I look at the IMF data where Mr. Pramod also talked about the IMF data, it indicates and gives the range of hopes. Not only range of the hopes, if you talk about the Indian context, I'm quite hopeful. Given the strength, the inherent strength the country has got, and that is the reason in 2008, when the entire globe was tumbling down, many financial banks, where Mr. Mallya was also head of one of the banks, but he was sleeping very calmly because he knew that in Indian system, nothing, no tsunami can deter or impact any financial system. And thanks to Indian Chartered Accountants for their conservative policy, that whatever impact, they took everything in their own stride and passed through that. But this time, yes, it has an impact. If we talk, probably Indian banking system is one of the most transparent banking system. You must be observing the NPA data. If there is a slowdown, the loan will take a beating. Their color will take change from standard to NPA. It has taken a beating. But side by side, our government has been very kind to have the CDR, corporate debt restructuring. I was reading that in case of the Bank of Maharashtra, the corporate debt restructuring, a major portion has been again converted into NPA. At least it was given some sort of correction, some sort of breathing. And now, friends, to summarize, though I was given a keynote speaker role, I put the key, the note will be all delivered in 2 days, all by all learned speakers. But I'm sure that in next 6 months to 1 year, we all will be very happy because the fate, the fortune of the financial professionals completely depend on the economic growth of any nation where they work, where they are putting their entire effort. Because if the growth is high, their salary will, maybe in exponential, if the growth is 5%, their salary level will go by 50% in 1 year. We all pray to the Almighty that those days should come very fast. Friends, a lot of things are there to share with you, but given the paucity of the time, given opportunity, next time, not this 1 or 2 days, next time, I'll definitely like to come. But I wish these 2 days of program in this beautiful country of Bahrain, Kingdom of Bahrain, be a grand success. All of you enjoy not only your Friday, but Saturday also in the same breath. Thank you very much.